Hi, this is SOSF. Preface. This video is based on a report titled "The United States Department of Defense and the Intelligence Community Are Withholding Information About Anomalous Phenomena from Congress." This report was written by Michael Shellenberger, who provided testimony at a congressional hearing on November 13, 2024, on the topic Unidentified Anomalous Phenomena, Exposing the Truth. Shellenberger is a well-known writer and commentator who has expressed views on various social and political issues. Regarding the credibility of the report, Shellenberger's testimony is based on his interviews with several well-known officials and former government officials, as well as his research on relevant government documents. He cites multiple historical cases that demonstrate the government's highly secretive measures in dealing with UAP issues. In addition, many members of Congress have expressed dissatisfaction with the government's lack of transparency, which further enhances the credibility of his argument. The following content is compiled based on my interests, rather than a report summary. Background. On November 13, 2024, the U.S. Congress held a hearing on Unidentified Anomalous Phenomena, UAP. The main purpose of this hearing was to reveal the transparency issues of the government in dealing with UAP phenomena, and to emphasize Congress's responsibility in overseeing military and intelligence agencies. At the hearing, Michael Shellenberger provided insights on government information transparency, pointing out that there is a serious lack of information disclosure in this area. In addition, former CIA Director John Brennan and current Director of National Intelligence Avril Haines also made important statements. Their views on the UAP phenomenon have attracted widespread attention, indicating that they do not rule out the possibility that these phenomena may be related to other forms of life that we have yet to understand. The hearing not only attracted media attention but also sparked widespread public discussion about the UAP phenomenon, raising awareness of the issue. Congress hopes that through such hearings, it can promote government transparency on UAP issues to better meet the public's demand for information. Part 1. Definition and background of UAP. Unidentified Anomalous Phenomena, UAP, is defined as any aerial, oceanic, or cross-domain phenomenon that cannot be immediately identified. Unlike the traditional unidentified flying object, UFO, the definition of UAP is more comprehensive, encompassing not only aerial objects but also unexplained phenomena underwater and in space. For example, when we mention UAP, we are no longer just thinking of imaginary flying saucers or aliens, but also include those unknown phenomena that appear in the depths of the ocean or in space. The term UFO was first adopted by the United States Air Force in 1947, originating from the frequent sightings of flying saucers at that time. Over time, the image of UFOs has gradually been shaped by the media and popular culture, often depicted as mysterious and untrustworthy phenomena. This cultural influence has not only affected the public's perception of UFOs, but has also led many to hold a skeptical attitude towards the scientific research related to them. For example, when talking about UFOs, many people tend to associate them with aliens and flying saucers in science fiction movies, while ignoring the rigorous research conducted by the scientific community on these phenomena. This bias may lead to some real sightings being underestimated or overlooked, thereby affecting the public's trust in the transparency of the government and the scientific community in this field. The government's interest in UFOs can be traced back to the 1947 Roswell incident. Since then, the government's focus on UFOs has gradually increased, especially during the 1950s to 1970s. The most famous project during this period was Project Blue Book, which ran from 1952 to 1969 and was specifically responsible for investigating UFO sightings and assessing whether these phenomena posed a threat to national security. During the operation of the Blue Book project, a total of 12,618 UFO reports were collected, of which 701 cases were marked as unexplained. Nevertheless, the project's conclusion indicated that UFOs did not pose a threat to national security, nor was there evidence to suggest that these phenomena were related to extraterrestrial life. This series of investigations not only reflected the government's attention to UFO phenomena but also revealed the public's ongoing interest and concern regarding such phenomena. Modern attention to UAP began in 2017 when the New York Times reported on the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, AATIP, secretly funded by the U.S. Department of Defense. This report sparked renewed public and media interest in UAP, leading many to question the government's transparency in this area. With the establishment of the UAP Task Force in 2020, the government began systematically collecting and analyzing UAP data. This initiative marks a new phase in the government's research on UAP phenomena, aimed at better understanding the nature and origins of these phenomena. Part 2. UAP Sightings and Government Response. Recent Important UAP Sighting Events Review. According to the UAP report released in 2024, the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, AARO, received a total of 757 new UAP reports from May 2023 to June 2024, of which 485 were events during that period, and 272 were historical events from 2021 and 2022. Among these reports, AARO noted that 21 cases were considered truly anomalous and remain unexplained. The iconic UAP sighting event includes the Tic Tac incident on November 14, 2004. Near the California coast, Navy pilot David Fravor observed a wingless, smooth white object that could change direction and speed instantaneously, with no visible propulsion system. The Nimitz Carrier Strike Group incident also occurred on November 14, 2004, during which multiple carrier-based aircraft and radar systems simultaneously tracked unidentified flying objects that rapidly descended from high altitudes and traversed the airspace at extremely high speeds, demonstrating extraordinary flight capabilities. During the congressional hearings in 2023, several witnesses shared their personal experiences related to UAPs, including military personnel and intelligence officials. These testimonies provided the public with a deeper understanding of the UAP phenomenon and sparked widespread discussions about government transparency. These sightings have not only attracted the attention of the military but have also become important cases for public discussion of the UAP phenomenon. As investigations into these events deepen, more and more people are beginning to focus on the government's transparency in handling UAP issues, as well as the potential impact of these phenomena on national security and scientific research. Overview of UAP types. When discussing UAPs, there are indeed many specific data points that can support the characteristics and capabilities of different types of UAPs. Here are some relevant specific data and cases that help us gain a deeper understanding of these phenomena. Spherical or luminous sphere. Regarding sightings of spheres or light orbs, research shows that these objects are usually observed at night and can move at extremely high speeds. According to some reports, these light orbs can achieve accelerations exceeding 10 g in a short period, which is extremely dangerous for human pilots. Their movements are often irregular, and some witnesses even report that these light orbs can merge or split into multiple smaller orbs, exhibiting behavior that is difficult to explain. Disk or flying saucer. In the sightings of disc-shaped UAPs, many witnesses describe these objects as being able to hover in the air and disappear at speeds exceeding several thousand kilometers per hour. In 1976, in Tehran, Iran, a pilot and a ground radar operator simultaneously tracked a disc-shaped UAP. The object hovered in the air and exhibited rapid maneuverability. Although the incident occurred internationally, its characteristics are consistent with disc-shaped UAPs. Elliptical UAP. Elliptical UAPs are often described as having a streamlined design, capable of moving quickly at high altitudes and performing complex maneuvers. According to data from some sightings, these types of UAPs can achieve accelerations exceeding 10 g in a short period of time. For example, in the 2004 Tic Tac incident, Navy pilots observed a wingless, smooth white object shaped like a Tic Tac mint, hovering about 50 feet above the ocean surface. According to pilot David Fravor's description, the object mirrored their flight path, seemed to be aware of their presence, and had no visible propulsion system. When Fravor attempted to get closer, the object disappeared at an extremely high speed, vanishing from their sight almost instantaneously. This incident not only has eyewitness accounts but also subsequent video evidence. Another pilot, Chad Underwood, recorded the phenomenon using an infrared camera, and this video later became one of the 3 UAP videos declassified and publicly released by the U.S. Department of Defense in 2020. Triangle UAP. Triangle UAPs are usually large, silent objects with lights at the corners. Many witnesses have reported that they glide almost silently through the night sky, exhibiting rapid maneuverability and stealth. In the sighting on January 8, 2008 in Stephenville, Texas, many local residents reported seeing a large, unidentified flying object at night. Witnesses described the object as a huge triangle with bright lights gliding almost silently through the night sky. The number of witnesses was substantial, including ordinary citizens, police officers, and pilots, whose testimonies corroborated each other, drawing significant attention to the event. Bow-shaped or arrowhead-shaped UAP. Bow-shaped or arrow-shaped UAPs are usually larger and silent. When flying at high altitudes, they exhibit unusual flight patterns and can change direction quickly. Witnesses often describe them as drawing elegant arcs in the air and being able to change direction rapidly. Irregular or organic shapes. Irregular or organic-shaped UAPs have a unique appearance and sometimes seem to deform or distort their surroundings. According to some eyewitness reports, these objects are capable of disappearing in an instant or suddenly accelerating, exhibiting strange movement patterns. How the government handles these sightings is a complex and important topic. In this process, AARO plays a key role. AARO's main task is to collect, analyze, and report data related to UAPs to increase transparency and address public concerns. The establishment of this office marks a more systematic approach by the government in dealing with UAP issues, aimed at ensuring the public has access to more information. However, the situation regarding the government's secret projects and information transparency issues related to UAP is not simple. The government's attitude towards UAP phenomena has undergone significant changes, shifting from initial denial to gradually acknowledging the existence of these phenomena and emphasizing the importance of investigation. As more and more sightings are revealed, dissatisfaction in Congress with the military and intelligence agencies is also increasing, particularly regarding undisclosed information. Members of Congress began to question the government's transparency in this area, believing that military and intelligence agencies had failed to report relevant information to Congress in a timely manner. This dissatisfaction prompted Congress to strengthen its oversight responsibilities over these agencies to ensure they comply with the law and are accountable to the public. For example, at a congressional hearing in 2023, several witnesses, including military personnel and intelligence officials, shared their personal experiences related to UAP, further fueling the public discussion about the government's lack of transparency. Part 3. Extraterrestrial Life and Non-Human Intelligence, NHI. In the discussion about extraterrestrial life and non-human intelligence, David Grusch's testimony has garnered widespread attention. He claimed during a congressional hearing in 2023 that the government has been conducting UAP crash recovery and reverse engineering programs for many years. Grusch has a rather distinguished background, having worked at the Department of Defense and the National Reconnaissance Office, accumulating extensive experience. The information he mentioned comes from several well-respected former government officials, which adds to the credibility of his testimony. Grusch specifically mentioned that the information he has come across indicates that the U.S. government has recovered technology and materials from non-human entities. This claim not only shocks people but also sparks further discussion about the existence of extraterrestrial life. Many scientists and research institutions, such as NASA and SETI, Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, are also actively exploring the possibility of alien life. Recent studies by NASA show that scientists are using advanced technologies, such as powerful telescopes and detectors, to search for signs of possible extraterrestrial life. In addition to Grusch's testimony, other well-known officials have also expressed their views on the UAP phenomenon. For example, former CIA Director John Brennan has stated that he believes some phenomena may be things we do not yet understand, and may even involve different forms of life. Current Director of National Intelligence Avril Haines has also not ruled out the possibility of extraterrestrial life, adding more authoritative support to the public's interest in the topic of alien life. In the scientific community, discussions about the existence of extraterrestrial life are not unfounded. According to Harvard University astronomer Avi Loeb's research, he proposed that the celestial object Oumuamua may be evidence of extraterrestrial technology. Although this viewpoint is controversial, it has sparked new thoughts on the potential existence of non-human intelligence in the universe. Additionally, scientists are also searching for signs of conditions suitable for life by analyzing the environmental conditions on celestial bodies such as Mars and Europa. However, there are still many uncertainties regarding whether UAPs are truly related to extraterrestrial life. Although some sightings exhibit extraordinary flight capabilities, the mainstream view is that these phenomena could also be caused by new military technology or natural phenomena. The U.S. Department of Defense has stated that no conclusive evidence has yet been found to prove that these UAPs are related to extraterrestrial life. The challenges faced by Grusch as a whistleblower are also worth noting. He mentioned that he encountered retaliatory actions from within the government, which not only reflects the courage required to bravely expose the truth but also reveals the complex situations that may arise in the pursuit of transparency. Congress has expressed concern and has called on the government to increase transparency in response to the growing public interest in UAP and extraterrestrial life issues. In short, the discussion about extraterrestrial life and NHI is deepening continuously. As more and more data and cases are disclosed, public interest in this topic will continue to rise, and the scientific community will also continue to strive for answers. Regardless of how things develop in the future, this field will attract more and more people to participate in exploration and discussion. See you next time.